was awesome.
Excuse me. Thank you, Phyllis. That was great. Good morning, everyone. We're going to start off the day by reminding us that it is our choice to choose heaven in every moment.
I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I choose abundance today. I choose abundance today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I choose abundance today. I choose acceptance today. I choose acceptance today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I choose acceptance today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today.
All right. We are choosing heaven and abundance and acceptance today while recognizing that our good is coming to us in at least the minimum of 100 ways.
There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. At least 100 ways for me to receive. I embrace my good and I do believe. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. At least 100 ways for me to believe. And countless blessings that I now receive. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. My good is coming to me. My good is coming to me.
Join me in affirming our statement of being. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe, God the good, omnipotent. This power expresses life, love, wisdom, and abundance through me. In it, I live and move and have my being. Good morning, and thank you, music team. That was awesome. Ginger, Betsy, Phyllis. And we've got our tech team, Andy and Seb, back there working. And I know we've got some greeters online that are doing stuff off campus today. So thank you, everyone, for participating in our service today. So my name is Dan, and I'm the service leader today. And welcome to Unity of Bloomington. It's our live streaming service. And we extend a special welcome to those of you who may be participating or listening online for the first time this morning. You can find us both on Facebook or on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And you can find the links to our streaming services on both of these platforms at the homepage of our website. And our website is Unity of Bloomington, all run together, unityofbloomington.org. You can also sign up for our newsletter while you're exploring the website, and that way you'll be kept up to date of all the things that are happening with Unity online and around our community as well. So it's a great source of information. So at Unity, we offer practical spiritual teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. And we are a center for spiritual growth. And we provide inspiration, tools, and practices that support people on their path of spiritual growth. And so there's only one presence and one power active in the universe and in our lives: God the good, omnipotent.
God is.
We are spiritual beings created in God's image. And the Spirit of God is within each of us. I am. And we create the experience of our lives through our thoughts and our beliefs. I create. We become aware of our oneness through prayer and meditation. I pray. And we transform our lives by putting these principles into practice. I live. So I'm going to invite Ginger up for the moment with the children. Ginger?
I'm coming.
Are you going to come here or are you going to stay there?
I'm coming to you.
Okay. I'll give you my social distance.
Thank you very much, Dan. Good morning, everyone. It's so good to know that you are out there on the interwebs connecting with us. And hello, our young people. I have missed you. But as some of my younger folks say, I live for those moments when I see your beautiful smiling faces posted on the internet. I know some of you, the older people in your life, they have provided us with photos to let us know that you are thriving and that you are learning and that you're growing, and it just makes me so very happy. So as many of you know, every week or every other week, depending on the schedule, we have been sending out these little surprise packages for our young people. And I had a few photos that I wanted to show for you. The first photo, Seb will put that photo up there, is of Zaylee and Ty celebrating with their little blow things. I'm not quite sure what they're called. Betsy says they're called blow things.
Or noisemaker.
Oh, what did you say, Betsy? Huh? Oh, party favor. Dan, actually, these didn't make any noise. They were silent party favors. But I just love seeing this photo of Ty and Zaylee enjoying watching the things go out and come back in. And then show us this next photo. Oh, so last week we sent out hearts. No, this wasn't last week. It was a couple weeks ago. We sent out hearts and Post-it notes, because who doesn't need more Post-it notes in their lives? But in this example, they wrote their names on their hearts, and then they wrote those things, those spiritual ideas that they want to express more of in their life, and then they put them on the door so that they could see them when they go in and out. I just love that idea that they're training their minds by deciding who and what they're going to be as they go out into the world. So thank you, Mom and Dad, Jasmine and Jason, for sending those photos into us. We really appreciate seeing our young people. So if there's some more parents out there, feel free to send us some photos and we'll share them with our community. So I have a little story to tell you. Back in January, wow, that seems like a long time ago. But back in January, when it was very cold here, my husband and I decided that we, along with my father, were going to go someplace warm. And so we picked one of the Central American countries, Costa Rica, and we spent some time playing in the ocean. Now, I love the water, but a curious thing is that I'm a little anxious about being in the water. I have some childhood memories that aren't so pleasant, and so I have a hard time jumping into the water. But all my friends laugh because they know that once I'm in the water, I'm always the last one out because I love the water. So I decided that I wanted to do something that I had never done before. And that was, I wanted to try surfing. Now, I'm not just saying this, I have proof. So, Seb, can you show my proof? This is me and my husband, Scott, catching a wave down at Costa Rica. And we had the best time. We actually took a lesson. If you do not know how to do something and you want to learn, have someone give you a lesson. Have someone teach you how to do it. That's how we learn how to do things. So you can take that photo away there, Seb. But I love being by the ocean because, can you go back one step? There you go. I love the ocean because you can sit by the ocean and you can just see the waves coming in. The waves come in. And sometimes the waves are very calm and they just kind of lap on the seashore. Sometimes they're waves that you can maybe catch a ride on and you can surf on, and so they kind of come in a little more forcefully. And then sometimes the waves are coming in so fast that you don't want to really be out in the water. They're just coming. The waves are coming in, and it's just best to watch from the shore. But sometimes our feelings are like those waves. So sometimes they're just kind of coming in gently. We can handle them. Sometimes we need to surf one in. Sometimes we just need to let go, because there's no way we're going to catch that one. But I found this quote that I love, and I want you to remember it. And Seb, can we put that up on the screen? And I would like for you to read it with me, okay? It says, "Feelings are like waves. We cannot stop them from coming, but we can choose which one to surf." So really take that in and know that your feelings are always coming, but you and I get to choose which feeling we're going to ride into the surf. One of the things that I heard this week as I was listening to the radio was in an interview, and this young fella, he was about 10 years old, he came in, and the interview asked him how he felt about the school year. And he said, well, I'm very excited about, getting back to school. And he goes, but I'm also very curious because I don't know what to expect. He didn't say that he was scared or he was afraid or he was anxious, but he chose to be curious because he didn't quite know what to expect. And so he opened himself with that curiosity to be open to a new experience without putting any judgment on that. So I would like to encourage you to introduce that word, and if you don't quite understand that word, it'd be a good conversation to have with your adult in your family to say, what is curiosity and how can I be curious? So I want you to have a wonderful week. I want you to learn. I want you to grow. I want you to smile and be happy and ride those waves of feelings into the shore. So we're going to sing to you because we love this song, and it's called I Like by Lauren Lane Powell.
I like to taste the sunshine. I like to smell the wind. I like to feel the earth move. I like to be a friend. I like to hear the rainbow singing the color blue. I like the fact that I like someone like you. Thank you, Ginger. That was an excellent story. I loved it. The waves of life coming at us. Wonderful. So it is August now, 2020, and our theme for this month is acceptance. So our overall yearly theme of 2020 is perfect vision, seeing through a spiritual lens. And this month, we are focusing on experiencing acceptance as we release resistance. I'm going to say that again. Experiencing acceptance as we release resistance. I was kind of resistant to saying that, so it's good to repeat it. Acknowledging what is. We allow people, circumstances, and situations to simply be as they are. Our oneness assures us of our good, and each of us can choose to consciously drop all resistance and recognize what is present without judgment. I would say that again, without judgment. And we can each make peace with our emotions, allowing them to be as they are without self-judgment or blame. We take ownership and responsibility for our well-being, aware that it is not tied to other people, other circumstances, or outcomes. Acceptance brings peace. Relinquish control, embrace uncertainty, and take comfort. Guided by wisdom and discernment, we know when and how to act. We are flexible and adaptable, accepting and free of resistance. We affirm the highest good as we accept life's changing experiences. And so please join me in claiming this truth as our own. And so together, I release resistance and experience acceptance. So say that again. I release resistance and experience acceptance. Beautiful. So, Ginger, do we have any announcements? I don't think I have anything listed.
Stay on you, and I will talk, so you can act like you have a high voice now.
Okay.
So the only announcement we have is that after the service today, we will have our virtual Unity Cafe, and it will be open at 11:30, and Reverend Lynette will be hosting that. So if you want to hang out and chat with some people, what happens is I'm hoping that right now she's putting that link into the feed that's going on over on our live stream right now. And so you just click that link, and then there'll be a group hello, and then you'll just break out into smaller groups and visit and chat with everyone. So I invite everyone to join us after the service for a little bit of community and connection.
Awesome. Thank you, Ginger. We all need connection together. So now we're going to do the daily word. And the word for today is appreciation. And the affirmation is, I am grateful for the good in my life. And so today's daily word, I am grateful for the good in my life. Today, I take time to appreciate the abundance that surrounds me. I notice the beauty of the natural world, the talent and dedication behind the music and art that I enjoy, and the skill and the commitment of the people who work to maintain a safe and orderly world. The more I focus my attention on everything I have to appreciate in my life, the more I notice even more blessings. It's like training a muscle. I love it. I am eager to share the gift of appreciation, so I give my full attention to someone I care about as we share a meal or a favorite activity, or simply a quiet moment together. Feeling grateful for my life's blessing, I feel renewed appreciation for the love and beauty that enriches my life. And from the scripture, Luke 10:23, then turning to the disciples, Jesus said to them privately, "Blessed are the eyes that see what you see." Blessed are the eyes that see what you see. Luke 10:23. So let's join together in speaking this affirmation aloud. Together, I am grateful for the good in my life. That's a really powerful statement. Let's say it again out loud, one more time, and we're going to really claim it. I am grateful for the good in my life. And now silently to yourself, repeat this. I am grateful for the good in my life. The message today will be provided by our spiritual ministry co-coordinator, Ginger Curry, and our Unity music team, and we'll be providing the special musical inspiration.
I am so grateful for this life I have to live. Oh, and I am so grateful for all I have to give. For I live in a world of abundance, in a true never-ending source from above. Yes, I live in a world of abundance, with a life overflowing and a heart full of love. I am so grateful, for I know my path is blessed by a love so true and faithful. I can trust in every step, for I live in a world of abundance, in a true never-ending source from above. Yes, I live in a world of abundance, with a life overflowing and a heart full of love. Yes, I live in a world of abundance, with a life never-ending and a source from above. Yes, I live in a world of abundance, with a life overflowing and a heart full of love. With a life overflowing and a heart full of love. Thank you, Phyllis, and music team, Dan and Betsy. Thank you all so very much. Good morning, everyone. Today we're talking about I live in a world of abundance. And I thought I would take another different kind of approach to our monthly theme of acceptance, and ask myself and ask you, do I accept that I live in a world of abundance? Am I holding any resistance to that thought? And if I am holding some resistance to that thought, am I willing to release that resistance so that I can fully experience that truth that we are living in an abundant universe. Today, I wanted to look back at some of the things that we say at Unity every week. And you might be wondering, why do we say these things at Unity every week? And that is so that when we are stuck in traffic, so that when we are stuck in a line, so that when we are unsure of how we could handle a situation that we find ourselves in, that these affirmations, these nuggets of truth pop into your mind unconsciously. I live in a world of abundance. There are at least 100 ways my good is coming to me. I am the love of God. Next time you're in traffic and you feel like honking your horn at someone, take a deep breath and go, I am the love of God. And would the love of God honk their horn angrily at someone in front of you? I don't know. You get to decide. But they're just things that I would love. I wish, my desire is that you have these little nuggets of truth in the back of your mind that kind of just pop up when you need them. So at the very beginning of our service, Dan read that at Unity, we offer practical spiritual teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. So that is kind of the core of what we are trying to provide for you if you're a part of our spiritual community. We offer practical spiritual teachings that empower. I am here today to empower you. I am here today to open your mind to the possibility that you have within you all that you need to accomplish all that you're called in this time that you have on this earth. It goes on, we are a center for spiritual growth, and we provide inspiration, tools, and practices that support people on their path to spiritual growth. And so what we're talking about today is our acceptance of living in an abundant universe. Now, you might ask, well, what do you mean by abundant, living in abundance? And so I came up with some ideas about what it means for me to be living in abundance. And for me, it includes things like food and water, housing, health, and then housing and safety. Relationships are very important. Family, maybe a life partner, friends, and also having a fulfilling potential and being able to express my creativity. So these are kind of in a certain order, because if I am concerned about where my next meal is coming from, I might have a more challenging time finding my fulfilling potential and expressing my creativity. If I am experiencing, if I'm living and experiencing a time where I'm not really living in abundant health, it might be hard for me to make sure that I am being there for my family and friends, or that I'm able to make sure that I have the safety of a home. If I don't have a safe place to lay my head at night, if I don't feel safe from the elements, from the outside world, then again, I might have a hard or more challenging time fulfilling my spiritual potential. So I want to encourage us to kind of get through these kind of earlier stages of abundance so that we truly can step into fulfilling our spiritual potential, our spiritual creativity, so that it shines through this physical life that we live on the earth. So I want for you, I hope for you, my desire for you and myself is that we are living in a world of abundance and that we are experiencing that and that we are also expressing that. Lynn chose the little caption for the newsletter this week, and I wanted to bring it back up. And it says, "You live in a world of abundance unless you believe you live in a world of scarcity." And when I was thinking about this, I was reminded that abundance is a state of mind. It's an attitude. It's not a condition. I like to read financial books, and years ago I went through the Rich Dad, Poor Dad series. I'm sure several of you have at least heard about it. It's Robert Kiyosaki, and he wrote these books called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And one of the I follow him on his newsletter, so I get emails from him occasionally. And I read this email that he sent, and he said, "When I was $400,000 in debt, I did not consider myself poor at that time, but I was just broke." And that was an experience that could be changed. I live in an abundant universe. I'm an abundant being. I'm just maybe experiencing some scarcity in funds right now. But that's a changeable situation because my attitude is of prosperity and abundance. And so ideas come to me, and opportunities are more apparent to me when I am living in this attitude of abundance. And so my question for you is, am I living my life from an awareness of this abundance? Are my words that I speak, are they affirming that I live from an awareness of abundance? Are the thoughts that I have in my mind coming from an awareness of this abundance that is all around us? So if I find the resistance to this idea that I am an abundant being, am I willing to do the work to release that resistance? So every Sunday, before we collect our offering, it's a practice of abundance where we say that I always have something to give. That's why we do our offering. It's an example. It's a practice. It's a motion. It's an action of giving from an awareness that I have something to offer. And so every Sunday we say our abundance affirmation, and I would like for you to read that with me now. So the abundance affirmation, read it aloud with me. It says, "I am an abundant being living in an abundant universe. God is the source of my supply. I am not dependent on people or situations for my good. God is the source of my supply. I always have something to give, and I consistently give it. I expect the best. I give my best, and I now attract the best in every experience." Now, I did a little research because as far as I was aware of, a few years ago when we were doing our kind of giving campaign that we usually do in the fall, Joni Reagan, who was a board member at that time, said, every board meeting, we say this abundant affirmation. And I think it would be great if not just the board was saying this affirmation, but that the whole community was partaking in this claiming of this truth for our community. And so we incorporated this abundant affirmation into our service. I'm not great with my memory, but it was 2 or 3 years ago that we kind of incorporated into this to our weekly service. And so this past week, I was, reaching out to Joni, and I was like, so do you remember where that affirmation came from? And she texted me back, and she said, well, I remember Jonna bringing it to a board meeting, and I'm not sure where it came from. And so I was like, okay. And so I reached out to Jonna, and I said, hey, do you happen to know where this affirmation came from? And she said, I wrote it. And I was like, oh, really? I didn't. So this is Jonna Capio, one of our members here. And I was like, that was a little piece of information that I was unaware of. And so we were talking back and forth. And she said that she was working on her own abundance. And this affirmation came to her. And she wrote to me, she said, it's about being connected to all that is and trusting and affirming this in determined faith. Affirming this in determined faith. I was absolutely determined to trust what I couldn't see. I even challenged the universe God. Okay, show me. And the universe loves a great challenge and great faith. And so this was kind of how this kind of got introduced, because I was talking to Joni. She said, I went on the internet and I tried to search for this affirmation and I couldn't find it. And so now we know that Unity of Bloomington, this is like our affirmation. So maybe we're going to have to spread this out into the Unity community so that they can adopt this affirmation to really bring it into their life and into their experience. Let's go to this next slide. I am an abundant being, living in an abundant universe. And here's the questions. Have I accepted this truth as my truth? Have I released any resistance that I might feel when I claim this truth as my own? That's my questions for myself and for you today. I'm showing you a little packet of cards here. I purchased these from the unity.org bookstore. They are put out by Daily Word. They have several packs of cards. This one is the one on abundance. There's one on healing. There's one on wholeness. There's one on positive affirmations. There's a lot of these little cards, and I love to use these sometimes in my meditation practice. I just pick a card, and it gives me something to think about when I'm meditating or connecting. And so I wanted to share 3 of the cards that spoke to me this week. So let's put that first prosperity card up there. Let me find it. So it says, prosperity flows through me. When I turn within to my divine source, I am more aware of and open to the flow of divine blessings that are at work in every area of my life. When I turn within to my divine source, I am more aware of and open to the flow of divine blessings that are at work in every area of my life. I want to reiterate for you that spirit, divine blessings, divine flow are always at work within us. And our part in this is to open ourselves to be aware of the activity of God that is already happening, to become more aware of the blessings in our life, to become more aware of the good in our life. Our next card that spoke to me this week was step forward. I step forward into a life of peace and prosperity. I release thoughts of scarcity, and I embrace the abundance that is available to me. I release the thoughts of scarcity and embrace the abundance that is available to me. If there's something that you or I want to experience or enjoy in our life, but we find that at this moment maybe we aren't living with the funds to make that happen, I hesitate to say the words, I can't afford that. Those are not empowering words. I choose to put my resources to other things at this moment, or asking myself, if this is what I desire in my life, how am I going to manifest the funds necessary to experience this? I believe that our words are so important. And you'll notice, like through the years here at Unity and through the years at Unity Worldwide, we have been refining our language so that the words are empowering, so that our sayings are empowering, so that our affirmations are empowering, and so that they don't stem from that awareness of scarcity, but an awareness of abundance. The last card that I wanted to share with you is acceptance, because we're all about acceptance this month. I live in the light of abundance. I accept my good with joy and gratitude. Am I accepting my abundance with joy and gratitude? Or am I throwing my hands up and saying, I'm not worthy of that. I don't deserve that. Be mindful of what comes up for you when you're presented with an opportunity to accept abundance. Do you throw your hands up in the air, or do you hold your hands out saying, thank you? I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the good coming my way. I'm grateful. Knowing that any good that you receive, you in turn release back into the world, because that's kind of how we roll. I love advice given from Myrtle Fillmore because she was very practical. She was a practical woman. And she wrote, this came from the Daily Word. I encourage everyone to read the Daily Word every day because you never know what gem you're going to find. But on August 6th, I read, get busy by using the truth you know. Myrtle wrote, bring forth your own joyous world of love, friendship, beauty, and plenty. Bring forth your own. Bring forth. Not wait for someone to give you a world of love, friendship, beauty, and plenty, but bring forth your own joyous world of love, friendship, beauty, and plenty. There is within you and I the God-given intelligence to build such a world. There is within you and I the God-given intelligence to build such a world. Earlier, I was reading through what Dan was saying as he was talking about our monthly theme of acceptance, and I came across this line. It says, we take ownership and responsibility for our well-being, aware that it is not tied to other people, circumstances, or outcomes. You and I take ownership and responsibility for our well-being, aware that it is not tied to other people, circumstances, our outcomes. Remember those words from Myrtle. Get busy. Get busy bringing forth your own joyous world of love, friendship, beauty, and plenty. If you want to experience love, give love. If you want to experience friendship, be a friend. If you want to experience beauty, open your eyes to see the beauty around you. If you want to experience abundance, know within your heart, with determined faith, that you live in a world of abundance and you're open to experience and to receive the blessings that are here right now, already moving in your and my life. We are going to prepare for meditation now by affirming, by claiming that our hearts are open to the living Spirit of truth and love.
I am open. I am open to the living Spirit of truth. I am open. My heart is open to the living Spirit of truth. I am open. I am open. My heart is open to love. I am open. I am open. My heart is open.
I invite you to take a nice deep breath and release. Close your eyes at this moment. Unwind your body. Stretch and release. We breathe. Hold for just a moment. Slowly releasing. And now with every breath that you take, you will feel more and more relaxed and at ease. The activity of God is always moving. The activity of God is always working to unfold my highest good. In whatever situation, whatever circumstance I find myself in, the activity of God is already working on solutions. And my part is to be open to receive divine inspiration, divine cues. My part is to be open to experiencing the blessings that are already moving around me. I breathe. And release. During this next week, whenever any thought of scarcity pops into my mind, I'm reminded that that's just a thought, that's just a feeling, and that's not the wave that is mine to ride in. But that my wave is a wave of abundance, that the wave that I catch is filled with opportunity and ideas and opportunity. I am open to experiencing life as an abundant being. I am open to experiencing the world as an abundant place. And I'm open to receiving and sharing my abundance with the world. This is an abundance of love. This is an abundance of health. This is an abundance of financial. This is an abundance of plenty that I receive and that I in turn release into the world. I ride the divine flow. I am an integral part in the activity of God. And I accept my position as an abundant being living in an abundant universe. And so we'll now relax in this knowingness. We will now spend a moment in oneness. So blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful. So blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I am. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
So now let's take a moment to turn to the spiritual practice of generosity. And we are grateful for the many ways the center supports us in our spiritual growth, and we in turn are happy to support this center with our financial contributions and our voluntary service. We're also grateful for those who have already put into place a weekly, monthly, or quarterly giving. And today, if you feel led to give, please visit our website at unityofbloomington.org and click the giving link. You can also place a check in the mail. Our mailing address is 4001 South Rogers Street, Bloomington, Indiana 47403. And I invite you to place your hands over your heart and say, as our abundance affirmation. So together, I am an abundant being living in an abundant universe. God is the source of my supply. I'm not dependent on people or situations for my good. God is the source of my supply. I always have something to give, and I consistently give it. I expect the best, I give my best, and I now attract the best in every experience.
Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. I have more than enough of all that I need to do all I can do, be all I can be as I go through the day. This is my creed, I have more than enough of all that I need, more than enough of all that I need. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. I have more than enough of all that I need to do all I can do, be all I can be as I go through the day. This is my creed, I have more than enough of all that I need, more than enough of all that I need. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough. Hey, na 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 na, more than enough.
So we bless the offering received with these words. Together, divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I'd like to invite our prayer partner this week, Ginger Curry, to close the service.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you for leading our service today. I will be your prayer partner this week, and I would love to connect with you if you have a prayer concern or maybe you have a celebration. I'm here. You can contact me at gingercurry@gmail.com, and I'd be just more than happy to connect with you. So each Sunday we say a closing prayer, and then we sing "Let There Be Peace on Earth," reminding us that not only are we connected to oneness, but we are connected to each other in this physical planet, this physical plane. So please join me in saying our closing prayer. Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.